For Colorado, the 3rd Congressional District, you got 4 choices. You got Diane Bush, you got Lauren Boebert, and then you got that critter. You got that critter guy. You got that libertarian. You got 4 choices. It's going to be John Keel, the libertarian. Is it going to be Critter Milton, the Unity Party? He climbs mountains. He climbed the top of Mount Elbert, the tallest mountain in Colorado. Critter Milton and John Keel is better than Lauren Boebert, that's for damn sure. And Diane Bush, she's, one thing Lauren Boebert's right is she is running away from her progressive value, running away from her progressive roots. So I'll get, she's a total regressive, right? Lauren Boebert's a regressive. I want to get into just some other, so she tweeted some shit, right? So Jesus is the strongest foundation anybody can have. The strongest, stronger than steel and concrete and stone. Was Jesus even real? People couldn't have just written a bunch of fucking lies, right, and then shoved it into a book. I'm sure that couldn't have happened. The portrait of Jesus is actually Cesar Borgia. So really anybody, Robert Greene, Neil deGrasse Tyson, how about Gitchin, Funky Funakashi? This guy is better. Gitchin Funakashi is better than Jesus Christ. Why? Because, not only is he a leader of karate, but, Gitchin Funakashi actually existed. Gitchin Funakashi is a real person. So, Jesus is the strongest foundation. She's just saying a bunch of bullshit, just a bunch of, Lauren Boebert, she's a rabid fan of fascism. She retweeted an article with the headline, Kamala Harris names Tupac the best rapper alive. Okay, so what? Who's the best rapper alive? And then Tupac, and it's like, okay, maybe of all time. Maybe she didn't hear the question, but, okay, Lauren Boebert asked on Twitter, did Tupac put hot sauce in your purse? Okay, racist, and wow, so for Lauren Boebert, all black folks have got hot sauce in their purses, right? That's very Hillary Clinton-esque of Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert is for term limits. It's one good thing about her, Lauren Boebert, she tweets, what you see is what you get. She looks dingy. She looks about dingy as that, Supreme Court justice they just nominated. Oh, what you see is what you get. Okay, so you look dingy. You don't look too bright at all. Call me crazy, but I believe in following the Constitution. Who's with me? I don't think she understands the Constitution because you got slave clauses. Does she believe in the fugitive slave clause? Is she big on the 3/5 clause? Black people are only 3/5 of a human being because that whole slavery is cool and all writing down in the Constitution. That's not good. Is she okay with that? Those bullshit things in the Constitution? Not to mention Shays Rebellion. Thomas Jefferson said we needed a revolution every 20 years like a Shays Rebellion because that's the, natural manure of the tree of liberty, the blood of patriots and tyrants. So Diane Bush, she's got this ad and it's talking about how Diane Bush is going to protect the ACA and some other things. Boebert says that Diane Bush has got $2 million to spend in hate ads, okay? So this tells you, should tell you a lot of things about Boebert. Diane Bush, it does support the ACA. She doesn't support Medicare for all, but they got to make Diane Bush this, left-wing extremist. And so she has, $2 million. They're saying that she's a college professor. Immediately, that's, red flag right there. She campaigned with an Antifa sympathizer, which is what? She campaigned with a person that thought that Antifa is okay. There was an organization who believes in defunding the police that endorsed Diane Bush, and then she's in favor of the ACA, and they call it socialized medicine. That's how they define her as the radical left. Well, what do you mean? Diane Bush is totally radical. Why? Well, number one, she got socialized medicine. Number two, there was that one organization who believed in defunding the police. They endorsed her. And then that one guy that liked Antifa, he was passing flyers out for her. That Antifa guy, that one organization, this has nothing to do with her. What about her positions? And that's all that they got, that to call her a radical left, that she supports the ACA. So universal health care, universal education, family leave, all major nations of the entire world have those three things. Why wouldn't they? Education is for the mind, health is for the body, family leave is for brand new parents. So Boebert is just, just terrible. Now, Diane Bush isn't very exciting. She talks like a man. She's got that bright white hair, and she's got some money, and she's, doing the campaign, but she can't pick up the damn phone for anybody. She won't talk to her constituents and Diane Bush, she's pushing for a bipartisan consensus. No more partisan bickering. I don't give a fuck about the arguing. I want good legislation. If it takes some arguing to get some good legislation, I want somebody that's got some backbone. Diane Bush is just already, no, we're not even going to argue. Not even going to argue. What, you don't have time to argue? Diane Bush got a man's voice. She's not progressive. She's not toting her progressive policy. So, Lauren Boebert is getting Diane Bush to run to the right already. So I want good legislation. It doesn't matter if there's bipartisan consensus or not. We got war. We got poverty. Bipartisan consensus kind of means bipartisan death. So now there was one issue here, and I'm not exactly for sure what the CORE Act is. The CORE Act, she says it's a land grab by Denver liberals. Lauren Boebert does, but Diane Bush says that the CORE Act was drafted by sportsmen, conservationists, and small business owners. So the CORE Act, okay, there's something that, they disagree on. What is the CORE Act? I guess I should have looked that up. But Diane Bush, she's pro-public lands, yeah, and Lauren Boebert is pro-freedom, right? Is she going to end the war on drugs? Is she going to legalize prostitution? How pro-freedom is Lauren Boebert? Yeah, you're so for freedom. I'm sure you're all about freedom. Not. But it's just pro-freedom, pro-family, pro-public lands. Are you pro-goodness and you're anti-badness? Are you pro-family and anti-things that hurt the family? Are you pro-working class? Well, I know Lauren Boebert isn't. Diane Bush, do you give a flying fuck about the working class? Because I'd shit a brick if I ever heard anybody talk about the damn working class. So, Lauren Boebert is no good. Lauren Boebert sucks. If anything, you should at the very least vote for Diane Bush. I think I'm going to take a look at this critter Milton man. He's a unity guy, and you know what? I like him. He, climbs mountains, seems chill. And maybe that's what we need, just a cool, hippie guy with good vibes. And Critter Milton, he's got some good vibes. When it comes to Lauren Boebert, while I don't know much about Diane Bush, what she's going to do, what she's going to bring to the table, she, got some progressive things out there. But this is actually kind of, we got to stop. She didn't strike me as a neoliberal, but it does, how far to the right is she going to run? But this race seems like we got to stop Boebert. You got to stop Boebert. So, in terms of having a crazy right-wing lunatic in there, or just, some sort of middle-of-the-road man, voiced woman, does something. Lauren Boebert's a carpetbagger. She's from Florida. She's an anti-vaxxer. She's a progressive. She's going to get rid of the Department of Education. She's running against the Democrats in the left wing, all of them. So therefore, that's half the district, half of the 3rd Congressional District she is going to skip right over. So she's running against the radical left, which is me and AOC. Doesn't seem like it's Diane Bush whatsoever. So Lauren Boebert, she's a carpetbagger. She's, going to get rid of the Department of Education. She's an anti-vaxxer. She's ditzy. She doesn't understand democracy. She's going to protect the Electoral College, but she isn't going to do shit about the poverty when it comes to making food. She gave everybody explosive diarrhea at that 2015 fair in Mesa County, the country music festival or whatever. So Miss Poisoned Pork Sliders. Oh, Miss Poisoned Pork Sliders. Oh, Borgia. Oh, Borgia, did you slip some arsenic in this burger? Oh, my goodness. She's born and raised in Florida, so that should explain everything about her. She's opposed to the Electoral College. We ain't going to get ranked choice voting with her. She hates the Green New Deal, but you know what? So does Diane Bush. She loves imperialism, authoritarianism, empire forever wars, poverty. She can't stand poor people. She's not going to, hey, get a job, you dumb poor bums. That's Lauren Boebert's advice for the poor folks. Lauren Boebert bubbled that she's multiracial in official forums, this white power Barbie. White power Barbie is Pocahontas, right? So she's got a little brown, a little Greek, little tint of color to her. I wonder what multi-races she considers herself. She's part black, part Pocahontas, part... She Asian? Is that what she's multiracial, huh? She could be. We're all mutts in some respects. But, you know, I got some questions. She's a Pocahontas fascist, right? We got a right-winger who's a Pocahontas. She's, you know, she's multiracial. Well, get on in there. You know, she's using affirmative action to help her career out. Without food stamps and welfare, she would have starved to death, and her father's gone. She's not worried about global warming, wants to warm the earth up. She's regressive. She doesn't want to go forward. She doesn't want to progress. She wants to move backwards. She wants to take society back to the 1840s. Lauren Boebert in 2010 let her pit bulls run the neighborhood. Miss Law and Order. Let her pit bulls terrorize the people and the children of her neighborhood. What's she going to do with all the poverty? We got lots of poverty all over the place. She's going to maintain the trillionaire class, not even give a penny for the post office. She thinks it's too socialist, doesn't understand democracy. She's a hypocrite, trying to get the underage drunks to overthrow the cops. Lorraine Bobbitt, the biggest, criticism is just the goddamn Antifa bullshit. She's a carpetbagging fascist. Lauren Boebert is a white power Barbie, wants to eliminate the Department of Education, make sure nobody in the 3rd Congressional District ever goes to college. She doesn't give a shit if your kids go to college and, learn stuff and get a degree and move themselves up. She doesn't care. She's an anti-vaxxer. Her dirty, diseased kids are going to get all of our dirty, diseased kids even more dirty and more diseased. But the biggest criticism that I got for Lauren Boebert, and it's also against Donald Trump, you keep on talking about Antifa as if it's a bad thing. During World War II, the American troops were Antifa. Which side would you be on, Lauren Boebert? You're so pro-America, but you're telling me that World War II you would have fought on the side of the fascist Nazis, and during World War II you wouldn't have been an anti-fascist. You wouldn't have fought against the fascists. You would have been, what, not on the side of America? This is such bullshit. The good people are anti-fascist. Being a fascist means you're a bully. Being a fascist means you're a piece of shit. Fuck a fascist. You sit there and criticize anti-fascists, you're telling on yourself, Lauren Boebert. You're a fascist, authoritarian, low-life piece of shit. Just like the goddamn president. You're going to sit there and tell me that, fascism is the way to go? Fascism is all the rage, where everybody's becoming a bunch of fascists. Fascists is coming back, just like Kevin Bacon, right, in that damn movie, JFK. Watch it, fascism's coming back, baby. So Lauren Boebert, carpetbagging fascist, right, white power Barbie, wants to eliminate the Department of Education, anti-vaxxer, Miss Pocahontas. She's against Antifa. She says, look at Diane Bush. She even campaigned with a person that liked Antifa. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? All of America was Antifa at one point in time. You're the good person. If you're anti-fascist, like Portland, you're the good people. Punch that Nazi in the face. The communists couldn't stop the Nazis in Germany, so you got to punch a Nazi in the face. You got to nip goddamn white supremacy, KKK, Nazi fascism in the motherfucking bud. Antifa is the only chance we got against these goddamn right-wing fascist sons of bitches. That's why they criticize Antifa, because it goes against their fucking authoritarian bullying bullshit. That's why they're opposed to Antifa. They're just telling on themselves. They're goddamn fascists. These anti-vaxxers are ignorant, fascists, dirty, rotten, uses, their color, their skin to advance themselves, meanwhile going to turn around and, be racist. So this is, Nathan Bedford Forrest and Cruella DeVille never should have gotten together because they're the spawn of Satan. Lauren Boebert, this is 1,000 years of darkness, America, Colorado, whoever that's listening, Lauren Boebert is going to bring about 1,000 years of darkness. The demons and the omens are going to be released. They're going to come straight up out of hell. 1,000 years of darkness. This is the apocalypse. Lauren Boebert is going to bring about the apocalypse. So I don't want to overstate the case. But Lauren Boebert's a rabid fan of fascism, and she's just awful. I'd rather you vote for Critter. Go vote for Critter, or vote for that libertarian. Do not contribute to evil. Do not contribute to the rise of American fascism in the U.S. Lauren Boebert, no way. If anything, just vote for anybody but Lauren Boebert. Critter Milton might get my vote, but, you know, Diane Bush, hold your nose and vote for her if you got to, if you don't like the other two candidates. So, yeah, that's it. Peace.